YouTube, this is Kelly at Kelly's Crafty Thumb. I am starting a new project today that I wanted to take you on a journey with me. So I had this pretty big book for Nebraska that I've torn apart already, and I already took it apart at the spine. But it's kind of a bigger book, so I don't know if I want to make it as a journal. So it is about 10 1/4 and a little bit over 7 1/4 big. So what I was thinking of doing is making a kind of ephemera journal. So what I want to do is I'm going to take down all these papers. So I picked all Pink Fresh Studio papers because, one, I'm not into scrapbooking much anymore, and then two, these are kind of more scrapbooking related papers. Not this one per se, and I think I've already fussy cut one of these already, so I have fussy cut. I used to fussy cut a lot, especially florals. Actually, let me see if I can find my, yeah, here it is. This is pretty much my fussy cut book. It's a fake book, but I have all sorts of fussy cut florals in here, like a lot. Like, it's steep. But I used to fussy cut like any kind of, some of them are not fussy cut. These are obviously not. I think these came from Felicity Jane. But Felicity Jane's has some really good florals. Maggie Holmes Crate Paper has really good florals, but I have all sorts of floral fussy cuts in here. Like any kind of floral you can think of, they're all in there. So if I need florals, it's in this little book. But yesterday I actually went through, I have drawers down here that are like the Michaels drawers, and this is kind of how I store some of my stuff that's kind of scrapbook related, but I can still use for junk journaling. So I get these trays from the Dollar Tree, and they're only $1. Well, at the time I got them, they were $1. So I kind of organize everything that way, and I can stack two on top of each other in my drawers down here. My top drawer just has kind of one layer, but like this one has 2 layers. So some of them actually are ephemera. This actually has a little bit of different things. These are fussy cut things. Yeah, so I went through all of that and got rid of some stuff that I don't use anymore, and then I reorganized everything. So yeah, I did that. But yeah, I used to scrapbook. I still kind of do, not really. I did want a scrapbook for my nephew's graduation. That was in May. But that's really all I've done, so. And probably the last like 1.5 years. But I more make junk journals as my scrapbooks now. And I just finished this one. I only put it together in like 2 days, and it's pretty full. I try not to make them so chunky, but they end up being chunky. But it turned out pretty good. But I actually kept the spine. So this was, oh gosh, I think it was from early 1900s. I can't remember for sure, but they had a lot of kind of cool pictures in them. But I got 3 of these, but I actually kept the spine. I just put fabric in to make it better. But yeah, I just finished this one, so nothing. I need more. I need to sell some, and so I can make more. But what I wanted to do this, since I didn't want to make a junk journal, because I already did one with the Nebraska. I have 2 Nebraska ones, actually. One that is just Nebraska related, and it's for sale, and the other one is for our vacations. We took 2 vacations around Nebraska, so I'm combining them in one journal. So I wanted to make this one as an ephemera holder. So what I'm going to do is cut down the paper that will fit into the journal. I got 10 pieces. Like I said, they're from Pink Fresh Studio. And I try to get one where I at least like one side of the page. So I think, I don't know, this one I like both, but it's like That one's okay. It's what they call the B side. Like this would be the A side. A side usually got some kind of pattern and stuff on it, and the other one's kind of more plain. This one could be either one. But Pink Fresh Studios papers are pretty thick, so I figured I would use Pink Fresh Studios paper. Vicki Boonton has really good paper that is like junk journal related, but they're not as thick as Pink Fresh Studios. So, but yeah, I picked out which side I would like, and then the back side, it won't matter because I'll probably cover it up with pockets. I guess the front side, or they'll have pockets anyway, so. But yeah, at least some of them might not have as many pockets or whatever. It just depends. But I'm going to go and cut these down, and I will get to you when I'm done with that. Okay, so I wanted to show you my progress. So I cut them down. They were about 10 by 7, so that way they fit just right in between the two covers. So I wanted to show you how I've come along. So I just used some of this kind of fabric ribbon stuff. This is just one of the kinds, but I used 3 different kinds of them and just put them on the seams here on both sides, and then I just kind of pleated it so then it can be like an accordion style. So I'm just doing it the opposite way so they're kind of moldable, but I liked it that way because this cover, I thought I was just going to attach, let me redo this, attach the papers to the covers, but I think since I ended up with this side on one end and this side on the other, I think I'm just going to attach them to the covers themselves like this, so that way it can kind of cover up this part. So this was actually paper from like the pandemic, so that's how old this is, almost 4 years old. So yeah, some of these papers I've had for quite a while, but they're really thick papers. That's why I wanted to use Pink Fresh. So, and then to cover up the raw edge here, I just kind of glued down the cover, and then I put a piece of just muslin fabric along the edge, so it's kind of got a finished edge. And then I am going to glue on that to my cover. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, that means I got a lot of glue on my hands, but I'm just using art glitter glue in my Sugar Bell bottle, and just kind of do that on one cover or one side. Then I kind of just spread it out with my finger. That's why I got glue all over my hands. It's alright, I'm going to go in and make dinner here soon, so I'll just wash my hands before I do that. It's a good thing it's water-based, so it's easy to come off. I love my art glitter glue, even though it can get pricey, but and I got to make sure I don't leave it out in the shed when it does get really cold in the wintertime. Otherwise it freezes, and once it freezes, it's no good. It does not come back to life. So that's one thing you got to worry about if you have a shed and you live in the cold. So I just put it along the edge as well, and then here, and then just pull so it's tight. But yeah, I think that will make it look kind of interesting too with the muslin fabric. But you don't want to put too much, otherwise you're going to get too much and it's going to come on your cover, which I had a little bit. But just get it flat. And art glitter glue dries really quick, so that's kind of why I like using it, other than my Eileen's tacky glue that doesn't dry as quickly. So, but I usually get it in the big bottle, this big bottle, and then I just put it in here, or I have other bottles around the shed as well and in the house. So if I want to do any kind of stuff in the house, I have a bottle in there as well. So it's nice to have them in more than one spot. Okay, so there's that. And then we're gonna do around the whole edge. And then since it's gonna kind of have a hold ephemera to it, so you want to make sure I have enough glue on there. So kind of like line it up to where the cover is. Just get that down. And then I'm going to probably put a bunch of pockets in here. Just with scrap papers. And then I can use this as an ephemera holder. Coder. Stay here, Coder butt. Dogs keep wanting to take off. You get in trouble. They get crap in their hair that is really hard to get out because they're border collies, and especially her hair, it's like very coarse, so it doesn't come out very well. Alright, so I got that cover. And I'll do the back. This one might be a little bit more interesting to do. But yeah, I like this book, and I wanted to use it. But when it's over 6 inches, it's kind of hard. You have to pretty much use freaking paper to be able to get it to the edge. So I like to have journals that are less than 6 inches that way. So that way I can have a 12 by 12 folded in half, and it works. Okay, so I'm just gonna line this up. Get some glue on there. There. Okay, so it can open this way, be pages. Oh, that one's upside down, but that's okay. It's gonna have pockets to cover it. And then it can open this way. Yeah, this is from like the 30s, so yep, that's upside down too, but it's okay. Like I said, it's gonna have pockets. But mostly it's pretty plain on the background. So yeah. And it can go the opposite way too, if, well, maybe not. Nope. Yep, it has to go that way. But yeah, I think that turned out pretty cool. So I'm just going to get some papers and so I can glue in some pockets. And then I will come back and show you how that looks. But yeah, I think that turned out kind of cool. And it'll probably end up getting a little bit bigger because, you know, if I'm putting ephemera in it and stuff. But yeah. Alright. I'll come back and show you what else I got. Okay, I got it finished. Sorry about the lighting. The sun has gone down on me since I've been making this. But, so yep, got the raw edges covered. And then I got pockets. Let me find a piece of paper here. Pockets glued down. So there's 2 pockets on each page. So these are 4x6s, and then some of them are smaller ones. So these are like, I think 3x6. And I tried to get some like Project Life cards that I had that, you know, just cut aparts that I wanted to use. I forgot, I didn't want these like together, but I should have flip-flopped these, but oh well. Too late now, it's glued down. So yeah, all of these are pockets, so I can put anything in here. And then I can decorate the pages more if I wanted to. So there's the one, and then back side. And yep, these are having a problem. I think it's because of it's kind of uneven, or I'm not sure how you want to call it, but yeah, just used my scrap paper or Project Life cards, like Vicky Booten. This is Vicky Booten. I think this is Simple Stories, like the year, I can't remember. Yeah, just a bunch of Project Life, mosquito cards. But yeah, now I can fill it up with a bunch of things. But I like how it turned out. And it didn't take me very long. It just took me maybe like 2 hours to finish. But I like how it turned out. All right. Well, thank you for watching my video, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.